awesome.
Yes, it's awesome, folks, and welcome to Housecoat Chat. This is going to be a rant, shorter one from Justice Truth because he needs to speak his mind and he thinks he has something to say. And I am only saying this because I am an avid listener to many different voices online. And I can honestly say that the people on the so called right, conservative side, libertarian, anarchist, whatever, you like the goat, you don't like the goat, Philip, it don't matter. It is important that I say what I'm about to say because I am a fan of a lot and I am tired of seeing some junior high behavior. And that is the fact that I see somebody who I like is the pleb and he does a good show 10, 15 minutes. It has some good content in it. He promotes other people, which thank you, Pleb. You're doing a good job, and a shout out and some positive vibes for the last video that I've seen you did. You admitted you're suffering from depression, and you know what you kind of need to do, and that's what you said. And you said you owed it to your fans, and maybe you did. But the point is that you came out and said, "Hi, I'm depressed and I am going to try and be better for myself." That's an important message and thing to admit to anybody. I've suffered from depression. I'm sure other people have suffered from depression. But what I don't like is what I see today on X and the last couple of days is slamming the poor bastard, the pleb. And I will say poor bastard because, yes, he is a pro Pierre guy. That's what he's doing as a podcast. He's trying to say, hey, instead of being a liberal supporter, how about become a Pierre supporter? That's his gig. That's his stuff, right? I mean, that's what he wants to do. Just like Clyde. Clyde's another one. He does a show, and yet, he gets attacked. He does a show. He has an audience. Now, a certain group, and I do like the group, and and that's this group here. You guys are not sure why you were trying to slam all the other guys. So you have a voice, and just like you guys have a voice, so why not just work on your own voices and push the message out there that you want to push? It's just like the recent spat that I'm seeing between Chris Sky and diagolon Jeremy McKenzie. I'm not completely aware of the whole story. I see bits and pieces. I am a little bit confused, but I was excited to see that there may be a debate and a boxing match afterwards. Not going to dive down completely down that hole or that storyline, but the point is the infighting that's going on of people that are all on the right of the political spectrum. We go all the way to the extreme, let's say, of diagolon and saying, oh, 338 need to go. I am pretty much in agreement with that one. And then I do like Pierre, and I do like the Pleb, and I do like the Clyde, and I do like Jason Levine. I mean, I've listened to Rant, and I've listened to Ferryman's Toll, and all that. And I only do it to absorb voices. And yet, a lot of things that I said are on the right side. Well, I tried listening to Joe Moran and the other people, and it's hard to keep up with them on on their side. I don't agree with it, but that's fine. They could do what they want, and they could do the show what they want. My point is that when somebody comes out and says, "Hey, I'm depressed," and I'm like acknowledging it on such an open platform, picks balls, and I think he's trying to push himself, the pleb, to be better for himself, and that's why he did it. I'm not speaking for him, but the attacks on him and whatnot, it seems a bit extreme. If I was, and I would say, a prominent member of the slashy group that I just pointed to over here, I would have been like, hey, pleb, uh, you need a workout, buddy? If I lived near him, I would have been like, yeah, let's work together. Crib and train, right? Isn't that what we're supposed to do if we're diagoloons? And I haven't been really like a club member. I don't subscribe or anything like that. I do want to buy me Mean Comp, the book by Rant. And now that I've been paid recently, I might buy his book or I might wait another month because there's a lot of things I want and yet I have a limited budget. Now, that part don't matter. The part is that what I want to say mostly, and I know I'm kind of rambling here, but I'm thinking this needs to get out. And that is, let's work together. Let's set the egos aside and do whatever is best for your own show and quit trying to steal audience or whatever it is you're trying to do, destroy somebody's credibility, right? I mean, who cares about the infighting? It doesn't look good. I mean, it turns people off. I just had a discussion today with a person who's familiar with Chris Sky and familiar with Jeremy McKenzie on a pretty close basis. There's no names that I'm going to mention, and it don't matter. The point is that this person is turned off by what the bullshit that's happening, and it needs to stop. I put it out many times on X on my account when I see people bickering between the coots for or what this person's doing or what this person's doing, and I say it sounds so junior highish, and it does. It's the same with like Legal Purdy, Miss Cannabis Court before. I really enjoyed her content because she was putting up stuff there that was important, just like Patriot Smoothie. Now I think he's called himself the Right Blend, right? All these people, we all have a voice and we all should use it. Even Patriot Smoothie and the Right Blend that says we all deserve a voice on an email back to me because I said I'm practicing a show. And this is my show. I just want to talk and have a conversation with people, hopefully have interviews one day, but I'm just a dude in a house coat. That's all I am. And there's not much more that I can tell you about myself than the fact that I'm a dude in a house coat. And why did I say I'm a dude in a house coat? It's because I don't want you, as a person watching me, to take my word for anything that I say, because I will tell you to go out and research. Do some reading. Don't take my word for it. That's why you've not seen anything in my videos about a story or putting up things and saying, yeah, look at this or look at that. Or, no, I'm telling you what I've seen and heard. And I'm saying you need to go out and look for it yourself. And I've even challenged you people to go out and speak to your MLA, your MP, your elected officials, and be polite and be blunt, but tell them your concerns. You could write them a letter, you could do a whole host of things. But the point is to try and make this country better because nobody that is a taxpayer, and I shouldn't say nobody, but very few of us are trying to make a positive difference into this country because the NGOs, the people that got elected by the money that they had to raise, have to pay back those people that gave them the money to run. But the fact of the matter is, as citizens of this country, we have to remind our parliament, our Congress, our tribe, our leaders, our elders that we are upset and things aren't working, right? They aren't. I don't care which side of the aisle you're on. If you honestly believe Canada is good at the moment, I no, Canada is not good at the moment, right? Look at the state of our country, the influx of people, the excess death rates. Yes, folks, I said it. Excess death rates, they are through the roof. Crime is through the roof. Drug overdoses are through the roof. People are dying. People are being losing their homes. People are just struggling in Canada. And yet we have a story about a person who's moving back to Nicaragua because it's better in Nicaragua than it is in Canada at the moment. We have new people coming here stating we were sold a lie. And they have been. The whole country, people have been sold a lie. And well, my show, my rant here is going to end soon. And I want to say this again, a shout out to the club. Yes, dude, I like you. You're doing fine. And I give you positive vibes. And I hope you go on a journey to improve yourself. But please do your show. I enjoy it, and so do other people. And to the members of diagolon and Chris Sky, do the debate, do the boxing match, quit the extra bullshit, raise money for a good cause, and just be the way it is. And do your shows and continue to do your shows the way you want. You don't have to go after Clyde. Clyde doesn't have to go after the Diagolon. The same thing with the pleb and everything else. Let's just focus on your show and your audience and quit trying to pick a fight with somebody else. That's all I have to say. I'm just a dude in a housecoat, and I don't like these junior high bullshit. And with that being said, I hope my rant is out there. I hope you listen to my rant and come to an understanding and think, you know what, I may have some good points. If you want to come back and attack me or, put me down for whatever, you go right ahead. There's comment sections on YouTube. I might have this video up on Twitter later. But the point is, let's work together and just try and change the country for the better. Whether you are Jeremy McKenzie, Chris Sky, the Pleb Cat Canada, I hate to say Joe Moran, Rachel Gilmore, any of those voices, all have voices, folks. And let's just work to make this country better.